Hey parents, this is Master Shill. I just wanted to go over our next video in the series for our after-school enrichment program orientation. So let's talk about when they're not training on the mat, what are they doing? So during their non-physical development time, we're going to be doing academic assistance, creative building strategy, and sim stations, but the academic and the reading are going to come first. So, if they're in kindergarten or first grade, they're second grade probably, they're not going to be coming home with a lot of homework. We have a lot of stuff for them to do. Or we'll have the older students help them out. So please make sure that you understand that part of it. If they have homework, they're coming home, and then when we ask them, do you have homework, and they say no, if you find that they're not giving us that information, please communicate that with us so that we can get that rectified pretty quick. Please make sure that you understand that we are not doing tutoring. We don't have the bandwidth to sit down one-on-one with a child for 10, 15 minutes to work on a specific thing. So we'll be using resources inside the building the best we can. If they have Kumon or Sylvan, or if you're sending math worksheets or reading worksheets and you want us to work on that, please email us at the info account so we can get that done immediately when they get in the door. Please make sure and fill out the teacher communication sheet. That will assist us in being able to communicate with the teacher and get whatever information we can. And we're not trying to circumnavigate you out of that relationship. We're just trying to be a part of it so we can utilize the time that they're here to the best of our ability. So just please make sure and fill that out. So if we need to talk to them, most times we never even have to call them or email them. But if we have to, then we'll need to. And as long as you've got the information inside of their folder, their sign-in sheet, their login information, 99% of the time we never even have to call them. We can get everything we need right off the child's account. It'll be on there. So another thing we want to work on, please, this is where I really need your help, is mobile phones and electronic devices. If your child has a cell phone, please tell them do not bring it out here. If they've got a watch, please tell them do not use it when they're here. Because I've got some children that will try to sneak a phone out, and I can block the wireless signal all day long. And I have the ability to do that in the building. They can't get on wirelessly. But I don't have the ability to block the LTE signal. Not the wireless signal, but the cell signal that the phones get. And so they can get online. But if I catch them with it, please understand I'm going to take the phone away from them and I'm going to give it to you. And if it happens again, then I'm going to ban it all together, or we may have to just ask you to leave the program. And I'm not trying to be mean, but when the kids are trying to go online and they may be going places that I can't block and they show something inappropriate to another child, I don't want to be responsible for that situation. And I don't think you want to be responsible for it either, because the laws are coming down a lot tougher now. And so we're just trying to mitigate that ever being a situation at all. And that's for phones, tablets, on the laptops. A lot of them don't have an LTE signal. Only a few do, unless you bought it special. But at the school laptops, they don't. They have to be connected wirelessly. We'll get them connected wirelessly to our internet, and between their firewall system and my firewall system, they won't be able to go places that they shouldn't be able to go. So please make sure that we're doing that. I've also got additional do's and don'ts that I want to go over really quick, and please make sure that we're doing this. If your child is not going to attend school that day, or we've got to pick up or you've made a doctor's appointment, we can't make class that day, please call us. Let us know so we can make the necessary adjustments in the system. Please don't just have them tell us. I'm not going to go off a child's word that they're not doing class that day. Most of them are honest, but I've had a few that, class is a little tough for them and it's a challenge, and they'd much rather run away from the challenge. So if they're not doing class that day, I need to hear it from you. So just send it to the info at Peak Cedar Park account. If they're not going to be there that day, send it to the nochild@peakcedarpark.com account so we can have that. And also, if they are struggling in class a little bit, call us. Let us know so that we can dig into it. Most times we're going to pick up on it and find ways to get the information to them in a different way that they'll assimilate it a better way and not feel so overwhelmed by it. I can't say enough, and I just mentioned it earlier, that please, if your child's not going to be there, unless it's an early release day, notify us by 1:30, please. Because every day at 1:30 we have a huddle. We sit down with all the staff and we go over who's there, who's not there. If there's any children that are struggling, what can we do to help them? Have there been conversations with the parents on what we can do to help them out? If we feel like the martial arts class they're in, whether it's Tung Sudo or Jiu-Jitsu, is just either not challenging them enough or it's too overwhelming, what do we do to help them get more challenged but also make it exciting and fun for them? Please don't just tell a staff member in passing, oh, by the way, my child's not here tomorrow. Please send us the message via the email account. That hits everybody's phone and it lets us know what's going on. Because inevitably, as busy as we are with as many children as we have, something's going to be missed, and then our runs are going to be delayed, or we're trying to get a hold of you. You may be in a meeting, you're getting upset at us, or whatever it is. But please notify us by email or by phone call no later than 1:30. I would prefer email because it just comes to everybody, and we know exactly what's going on. If we're calling you right when school's getting out, we're not going to be calling you to check on your day. We maybe the child hasn't come out yet, or we can't find them yet, and we want to get them located. We know where they're at before we go on to the next school. Please, if you have any concerns, if you have something you don't understand about classes, we do everything we can to try to educate you guys the best way we know how. Please lean into that information. But if you have a question, you have a concern, you don't understand, please pick up the phone and call me. Don't think I'm unapproachable. I am not. Sometimes I'm walking around here and I'm very serious because I've got so many children that I'm trying to stay focused on, or if I've got a family that's dealing with an issue and I'm trying to help them through that, and I'm hyper-focused and hyper-vigilant on that. It's not that I'm unapproachable. I am very approachable. I will take the shirt off my back to help any of these kids out. That's just the way that I'm wired. So please don't think we're unapproachable. If you've got an issue, please bring it to our attention. If I don't know what's going on or I need to check into it first, I'll tell you, let me do some research, let me get into it, and then I'll come back to you. So if you're expecting an answer immediately and I don't have it, I'm not just going to make something up or tell you something that you need to hear right on the spot. I want to be able to go look at the situation to make sure that I have all of the facts in front of me and I can speak intelligently to it. And if it's for my staff, they messed up, I want to make it a coaching moment. Or it's happened, before, that if I have to terminate somebody because of doing something stupid. I've been doing this for 35 years. To say that I've never terminated anybody, it would be an unfactual statement. But just please come talk to us. Let me work it. Let me find out what's going on. And, if we make a mistake, I'll be the first one to step up and say, it's on me. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize. If you need to change your child's class schedule, please come to us. Please don't take them out of class early. Please don't do those things because it'll have a massive impact on their development in this program. You'll not get the full potential of this program if you're constantly pulling out of class. If you look at us as a daycare center, we're not. And I promise you'll never get out of this program what you're investing in it. But if you're invested in this program and you're doing all the things and taking advantage of all the resources, your child will exponentially grow greater than they have in any other year. And they'll do that year after year after year. So please, one, help us by helping them, but be part of the village raising the child. Communicate with us. If you're having a bad day, call me. Say, hey, I'm having a bad day. I need to do something. Or, I am here. The staff is here to help you guys. So let's have a successful year this year. I'm always available. You can hit me up via email. I check my emails on the weekends. Probably shouldn't, but I do. So if you need anything, please let us know. Please communicate with us. Be part of the program. If you can get in here and watch class, even get on the mat with them, I promise you the returns on your investment will be paid 100-fold in your relationship with your child, their growth, their development, and what kind of adult you're turning out in the world. My goal is the kids that stay in my program, and if you look at any of the instructors on the mat, they've all been with me since they were 5, 6, 7 years of age. And some are in their 20s, some are in their 30s, early 40s. They've been with me that long. And I promise you, if you'll stay in the program for a long period of time, the benefits that will come out of it. Because my goal is that When I turn them 18 years of age, they're graduating high school. No matter what path they're taking, they're going to college, they're going to trade school, they're going to the military, they're backpacking the Alps for a year, they're becoming an entrepreneur. No matter what it is, we've given them a base set of life skills that will benefit them for the rest of their lives. Because my goal is I don't want them sitting around like a lot of us had it when we were adults and say, man, I wish I'd have known that when I was younger. So I'm trying to get them all of that knowledge, and with your help, we can really set them up for an amazing life by giving them life skills and grit and tenacity and perseverance that will benefit them forever. And as a parent, that'll make your life so much more rewarding. I promise you it will. Well, guys, if you have any questions, please give me a call, email us, whatever you need to do. Come in and talk to us, set a time to go one-on-one. I'll be happy to do that with you. And if we're having any challenges with your child, we may come in and say, hey, I need to sit down. I need to learn more about your child, and I'm not trying to be invasive. I have a bipolar child. I understand what it's like to be at a loss sometimes. So if I'm asking, I'm not trying to pry into your lives. I'm trying to find a way that I can connect with your child to get them to go forward. I don't look at ADD and ADHD and all these labels that children are getting these days as being hindrance. A child with ADD or ADHD, even a child with bipolar disorder, they're older, but if they have it, they have these Ferrari brains. Children that are on the spectrum, right? They have amazing brains. We just haven't learned to connect the engine to the body yet and to move it forward. Children that have ADD, they're not stupid kids. They just haven't learned to control all that yet. But their brains work super fast. Because if you look at the majority of the billionaires in the world, they all have ADD or ADHD. If you don't believe me, ask Elon Musk. He'll tell you straight up, I have ADD. And so does Sir Richard Branson. A lot of them have it. So it's not a negative thing. It's just, that's how their brain's wired. And so how do we take the way their brain's wired and utilize it to help them grow and be successful, elementary school students, middle, high school students, and eventually adults as they grow forward. Thank you so much for being part of our program. We hope that they're with us year after year, because I promise you it'll make a massive difference in their lives. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the first day of school. Master Show out.